I don't do drama videos on YouTube, but Linus Tech Tips is one of the biggest players in the tech space. 15.5 million subs, something like that. And the last couple of days have been rough for them. They've had Gamers Nexus coming out with a video talking about their accuracy and the fact that they've made some mistakes selling stuff that wasn't actually theirs. Admittedly for charity, but still, it happened. But this morning, things have gone to a whole new level. Now, Linus came out and responded to the Gamers Nexus stuff. Now, Gamers Nexus and Linus Tech Tips have worked together in the past. They've not really had beef in the past. Now, Linus came back against Gamers Nexus with this whole kind of tirade on his forums, and it's not been received well in the community, I think it's fair to say. I'm not going to go into all the details on it, but there was a prototype water block that they sold that they shouldn't have sold because it belonged to the company still, and obviously at this charity auction it could have landed in the hands of a competitor. It was like an $800 prototype thing, shouldn't have been sold. That's all kind of by the by. Gamers Nexus then responded, basically saying this is a terrible response. Linus seems really kind of just annoyed that people have called him out about the accuracy of the reviews and the fact that he can't spend all of this money making sure that things are actually accurate. But then today, Madison Soup on Twitter, who used to work at LTT as their social media coordinator, has posted quite a thread, and if you can hear my phone vibrating in the background, that's because this thread is still going on. Now, I've spoken to Madison very briefly because I was trying to hook her up with a role with someone that I know actually treats their staff well, but this is the crux of it. The allegations in this thread are pretty horrendous. It starts off quite gently, I guess. It starts off by saying that, the workload was quite high, which is understandable. This is still a tech startup. It's a small, medium enterprise type thing. But then it moves on, and there was some harassment. There was, the fact that she had a personal tragedy at the time of joining LTT, that she alleges as well that the terms that she was offered the role on, and apparently was offered the role publicly before she'd been told, were not what she was told in the first place, and she moved from Arizona up to Canada to do the role and didn't find out about these changes until she got there. And then it sounds like it was a pretty toxic work environment where she's alleged to being sexually harassed. She's all sorts of stuff. Go and check out the thread. I will link it. I'll put some of it on the screen so you can see kind of what's going on. But it's an absolute... it's damning. It's damning, and I have no reason not to believe her. I don't think anyone should. She left quite quickly. Apparently getting any time off for sickness has been very, very difficult. So it's all out there. It's all public. This is not me revealing anything, but LTT was kind of the source that I went to for my outside of Apple tech news. Every Saturday, I would wake up and pretty much throw on the WAN show with Luke and Linus talking through the week's tech news and their kind of take on things, and that was kind of where I got my kind of broader stuff, tech linked and short circuit, that kind of thing. I used to watch it. I don't feel comfortable watching it now. I don't know if that's just going to be me. As I say, all of this is talk on the internet. I'm reporting what's been shared already. This is not me, but it is blowing up on Linus Tech Tips forums. It's the #1 post. And yeah, still seems to be developing situation. So I don't want to do a big drama post, but I think it's important to address this kind of thing. There are really good employers out there, and there are obviously terrible employers, and we don't actually know where LTT falls on that at the minute, but I feel like we're seeing the downfall of a media empire on YouTube potentially happening in real time in front of us, with all of the stuff with Gamers Nexus and now all of this stuff coming out as well. Linus has not responded to it well. Obviously this stuff has literally happened in the last hour or so, so there's been no responses yet, but I just wanted to share it with you because I wanted to get your thoughts. What do you want from a tech channel? Do you want the drama? Do you want the entertainment aspect? Or do you want facts? Or do you want breaking news? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. This just feels really uncomfortable because LTT has just been kind of one of those absolute pillars of the tech community until now, and it feels like this week might really hurt them. They've already dropped like 100,000 subs in the last couple of days, and they normally go up by about 100,000 a week, so that's a couple of 100,000 that have gone. Are they going to weather this storm? I feel like it's going to be a very different company at the end of it. And I know Linus isn't now the CEO. He's brought in a former CEO from Dell and a couple of other places who he worked with in the past, but they're not going to be having a great day. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Sorry if this is just completely out of whack for what we normally do, but it's just, it doesn't feel good.